All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a live edition of the Bogey Free Back and Body. I am Dr. Eric Wallace here at Motus Physical Therapy. It is a good Thursday morning. I got my cup of joe working here, and kids are off to school for their second day. I got my studio set up here. We're going to get more in depth with some of our golf fitness stuff, golf performance, golf rehab. So, had a good week. Congratulations to all the golfers who participated last weekend at the Tour Championship for the New Golf Tour at Reed Golf Course. That was great to see. I think there's 95 golfers there, so that was a fantastic weekend. The weather held up for us. And yeah, we're getting back into school, getting back into some fall golf, the unofficial start of fall golf. And I know some of the local junior girls are off and running with their tournaments, and we see some of our current and past students rocking it and doing really, really well. So exciting stuff. Today we want to talk about the top 3 golf fitness myths and what to do about them. So I think I'm still trying to really get the word out to people about what it is we do. Obviously, the low-hanging fruit for a lot of our individuals is going to be golf-related pain. We're going to help you get out of golf-related pain. But, in terms of helping golfers feel better, play better, move better, have more energy, all these different things that really, really would help us on the golf course, I think people are still a little bit uncertain about what it is that we actually do. So one of the best ways is to start to educate on having awareness about, what's out there in terms of golf fitness and what maybe you're seeing on the interwebs of the Instagrams and the Facebooks and the Googles and the YouTubes of the world. And just starting to say, well, what should we be doing and what should we not be doing? Before we get started, if anybody does have any interest in our e-guides, we have free e-guides, which one is specifically dedicated for mobility and kind of the top golf moves to master. Second one is specifically dedicated to strength and in particular core strength for golfers, because I think a lot of individuals are confused about that. And then third is for individuals in pain. So if you have any interest in any of those, make sure that you comment below, and we'll get those over to you free of charge, and hopefully you can start getting a little bit of a look at how to help yourself with some of those things. So here we go. Let's get into it. Top 3 golf fitness myths. I got my whiteboard rocking here. I got a little bit of a light camera, which hopefully I'm going to be able to not be blinded for the rest of the day. So the top 3 golf fitness myths and what to do about them instead. So number 1, you're not going to get too tight or inflexible by getting strong for golf. Okay, the age-old question of, if I try to get stronger for golf, if I try to build strength, if I try to not even add muscle, if I just get stronger for golf, then I might get tight, then I might get inflexible, then I might not be able to have as big of a turn, etc., etc., okay? It's all hogwash, so just eliminate it right now. There's really no debate about it anymore. There is some thoughts about obviously adding muscle mass and how that might change your body composition and how that might overall change your swing. But we're not talking about adding muscle mass. I think a lot of us get the two mistaken. So what to do about this is understand that you can add muscle strength for golf, for sports, for life, and not add muscle mass, right? The two are technically can be separate things. Now, there are strategies to add muscle strength, but then there are strategies as well to add strength and mass. And those parameters for those workouts are different. And working with an individual like myself, we can help identify the difference and what to do about that. So you can get strong. You can build your neurological firing system from brain to muscle. You can have muscles contract with more rapid force production. Rate of force development is what it's called, where the muscles contract more rapidly for you in the golf swing. You can do these things without getting bigger, and in the meantime, not only does this type of strength help you with strength, it actually increases your flexibility. It increases your ability to take your body through ranges of motion in space, okay? So in terms of if I get strong for golf, I'm going to become inflexible, You can kind of shut that down right now. Actually, you're going to get more flexible. I think about some of the greatest athletes in the world, at least in my opinion, are gymnasts. And if you think about how strong they are, they're building strength, but they're also building their active flexibility, their active mobility as they're doing this. So it's very, very possible to be stronger and add flexibility at the same time. Those two things do not have to be mutually exclusive. If you have questions about that, certainly reach out and I'm happy to help you. Also, strength is going to be very, very, very beneficial for aging, for other activities, for joint health. So it goes beyond golf at that point. Number 2. Oh boy, what's one of the most common things what is one of the common things I heard last weekend at the Tour Championship? I need more what for my golf swing? I need more turn, right? I need more turn. I need more flexibility for my turn. So what I'm going to do is just talk a little bit about, you don't need more turn or flexibility, likely. Some people do. But when we look at a lot of individuals on video and 3D, I have stats upon stats that people are actually generating enough turn, relative to what you would need for the golf swing. What they're not doing, though, is they're not separating their body. They're not separating their upper and lower half, okay? So you don't need more turn, you need more separation. And what I mean by that is you can have all the flexibility in the world, right? I'm going to do a little live demo here. You can have all the flexibility in the world. But if I'm turning and I have all this flexibility, but as I take the club back and I take the club back down to impact, if I have all this turn, but it's all turning as one, and I can't separate my upper from my lower body at all, then all the mobility is wasted, and it doesn't do us any good whatsoever, because you're not going to have an efficient golf swing, you're not going to produce any pop or snap, you're not going to have good sequencing, energy transfer, et cetera, all these fancy words, right? But you're not gonna have an efficient golf swing at the end of the day. You're just gonna have a big turn, but you're not gonna have an efficient golf swing. So many of the golfers that we work with, they actually have pretty good turn, relative amount of flexibility, but they have a really hard time separating their upper and their lower half, and that's where a lot of the breakdown in the golf swing comes from. So what to do about this? Well, again, identify your ability to separate your spine from your pelvis, okay? The camera's not going to do a good job, but you want to be able to separate your shoulders while keeping a nice stable lower body, all right? And then be able to separate the pelvis while keeping a nice stable upper body. These are one of the staple screens that we do in our Titleist Performance Institute screen, and this is something we could help you with as well. But that's one of the most common things, is that just working on flexibility for flexibility's sake doesn't really get us very far. You need to be able to separate your upper and lower half to have a good, efficient golf swing. All right, and then number 3, balance. Balance is overrated. Just for the love of Pete, get good at using the ground. Okay, so you're going to see, if you follow any of the PGA Tour pros, or you follow different people on the interwebs, you're going to see a lot of people doing these drills where they're standing on a Bosu ball, or they're kneeling on a physio ball, and they're swinging a golf club or whatever it is. It's kind of, boy, I'm not gonna criticize anybody else, but it's not ideal, because we don't play golf on a Bosu ball or on a physio ball, right? We play golf on the ground, on the earth. So you don't need to worry so much about your balance. Now, balance for the sake of life and longevity and down the road and all these other proprioception and whatnot, they're important. But for the sake of golf, so many of us, again, especially our male athletes, and then some of our male amateurs, and then some of our junior athletes, they really struggle at just getting their body into the ground and reacting with the ground. And at that point, balance is kind of useless. You need to be able to explode into the ground and react with the ground, and that's what the golf swing is. It starts with the ground from the ground up, and it goes through the body. So if it's not starting efficiently with the ground, then there's kind of energy wasted from there, and it's trying to play catch up all the way up to the club. So if we don't need to worry so much about balance, but we need to really focus and emphasize using the ground, what the heck does that mean? Leg strength, lower body strength, and then a whole heck of a lot of jumping, right? It can be very, very straightforward. If you like squats, lunges, split squats, deadlifts, any of these things can kind of start to help you build a lower body base, a lower body strength, and then starting to do some good old-fashioned jumping, right? Just jump as high as you can in place. Jump as high as you can and turn 90 degrees. Jump to a box. Jump down from a box and learn how to land efficiently. So it's build the strength first, and then it's start to implement power production by jumping and using the ground, okay? Those types of things are going to give you so much more bang for your buck than standing on a Bosu ball or doing, one-legged, standing on one leg and trying to swing the club or whatever it is, all right? So making sure that you can explode and use the ground. And the benefit with that is going to be, again, a good sequence, a good start to your sequence for your golf swing. But then probably the number one predictor of club head speed is how well you can use the ground. So that's going to give you significant power and club head speed advantages if you can start to use the ground a little bit more efficiently. All right. And then a bonus, I don't have it on the caption, but a bonus myth: don't take bands or different weights or cables or pulleys and try to simulate your golf swing. All right. Now, there's different things that we do rotationally with cables and bands, but don't take bands, resistance things, whatever, and try to simulate your golf swing. It's just going to throw you off, slow you down, and mess you up. So that's another one that we commonly see in the interwebs, on the Instagram, on the Facebook. Maybe somebody's got something where they're mimicking their golf swing and they're attaching a band to the end of their club or something like that. There are different drills, rotational drills, and banded resistance drills that we certainly can do, but don't try to mimic your golf swing and assume that it's going to carry over well to the golf course. And that's all I'll say about that. All right. So those are the top 3 golf fitness myths for you and what to start to do about them. Like I said at the beginning, if you are feeling tight or restricted or having mobility concerns for your golf, we have a free e-guide for you, so make sure you comment below. If you have strength concerns, particularly you're wondering what to do about core strength for golf, I have an entire 12-week guide to follow step by step for you. It's called Pillar Killers for Golfers. It's our favorite core strength exercises, which goes way beyond crunches and sit-ups and whatnot. And then we also have that guide for anybody that's kind of struggling with pain and gives a couple tips about what to do if you are in that camp. All right, so just leave comments below if you're interested in any of that. If you have any questions about today's golf fitness myths topic, or you have any other concerns or counters, just make sure you comment. This group I'm going to try to start getting more engagement, and we're going to try to get more conversations about this type of stuff going. Hope everybody's going to get out and play a little bit this weekend. I am certain that I probably will, hopefully with the kids. And that's what I got for you today. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to keep sipping my coffee here and got a full slate of clients today to work with. So happy weekend, everybody. Looking forward to getting more engagement going in this group. Please help me with leaving some comments below. Thank you.